personal link is not there. I have to call the admin. She can fix it.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. So good morning, everyone. We are doing the part 3, section 2, which is listening, section 2 today. So we'll be discussing on the listening section, the section listening part, the section 2 most particularly. Okay. So let me give you a brief introduction on the test format. Okay, so for the first time test takers, it's good to know about all the parts, all the 3 different parts that we have in the test. So we'll be discussing only the listening today, also more specifically the section 2, but also I'll give you an overview of what the test will look like for the first time test takers. Please pay attention. So the part 1 in your test will be speaking and writing. So you will begin your exam with speaking and writing. That's your part 1. Approximate time allocated for this particular part will be 77 to 93 minutes, depending upon number of questions you're going to get in exam. So it differs in every exam. So next part will be reading. There will be 32 to 40 minutes. And after that, you will have 10 minutes of your optional break. And then you will go to your part 3, listening. Okay. So for the first time test takers, just to let you know, in your speaking and writing, you will get personal introduction question. You'll be asked questions and all the different item types in that. And then you will head towards your writing task. And after that, you will go to your reading section, and then you'll have 10 minutes break, and then you'll be listening section. Okay. So that's the test format for the first time test takers. But this is the class of the listening. So I'll be discussing specifically on the listening on the section 2 of the listening. Okay. So just to give an overview on the listening. So listening task has all these question types that's inside the box, all of them. So this is the part 3 listening. And the approximate time allotted for this task is 45 to 57 minutes. So 45 to 57 minutes, you will have to finish all the item types in the listening section. So it's crucial. The time management is very crucial in this particular section. So we are here to discuss the time management. We are here to discuss a plan to perform efficiently in this task. Okay. So the item type, summarize spoken text. The first item type in your listening, summarize spoken text. It's system allotted time. So system automatically cuts you off. So you don't have to self-manage your time. Okay. So for each question, if for each question in the summarized spoken text, you will get 10 minutes to perform that task. 10 minutes to do that task. If you can finish that within the 10 minutes, you can finish it. Otherwise, the system will cut you off and give you another one. But for the section 2 of the listening, which comes after the summarized spoken text, multiple choice questions, multiple answers, fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, MCQ singles, select missing word, and the highlight incorrect words. That's self-managed task. Okay. If you choose to spend all of your time, 30 minutes of your time in the multiple choice question, you can do that. Or if you want to allocate time, the one that we have recommended, you can do that as well. So we have 23 to 28 minutes time to do this section, which is highlighted under the red box. Okay. So that's our target, 23 to 28 minutes. And then we will go, get the most important task in the listening, which is write from dictation, which is at the bottom of the task, bottom of the item category. So write from dictation comes at the very bottom. So that's why we need to manage our time very efficiently, effectively, so that we can come to the write from dictation and save at least 5 to 6 minutes time to do write from dictation at the bottom of the task. So that's why we need to self-manage our time. So summarize spoken text, the computer automatically cuts you off. It's automated time system for that. You will get 20 to 30 minutes to do that task, depending upon how many questions you get. So it's 10 minutes for each question. So the time is already ticking off for that. It's like a time bomb, which is set by the computer. So 10 minutes, you finish that question, you finish it, otherwise computer will cut you off and take you to the next question. But for the item types that we are going to discuss it today, I call it section 2, listening section 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question types. We'll be discussing it today. So that's where the time management comes into play. So if you don't manage your time properly in this section, you won't have enough time to do the write from dictation. And if you miss the write from dictation, you will probably miss your score. Because right from dictation is the most important part of the listening. So that's why we have to follow a time management plan to make sure that all of these item types are done within a particular period of time. Okay, recommended time. So I'll discuss on the marking criteria as well as we go, but let me give you the time management matrix first. Okay, how the time management matrix works. For the multiple choice, choose multiple answers. So are we clear now that what are we going to look at for the section 2? Any questions so far, guys?
No.
Are we clear about the question types?
No, it's all right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Any questions, guys, on campus students? So yeah, this is the most important thing. So take a snapshot of this and then make sure you remember the time management matrix. Take a snapshot of this, guys, because this is going to be one of the most important things that we will be discussing today. You have to have this in your mind, in the back of your head. You always need to know. So if I ask you, how much time are you going to spend in your multiple choice choosing multiple answers? You will be like, 30 seconds, maximum 30 seconds I'm going to spend there, and then I'm going to quickly move ahead. Okay. So multiple choice choose multiple answers to begin with. So your number of questions you are going to get in the exam is 2 to 3 questions. Yeah, 2 to 3 questions. And the maximum time you're going to spend is 30 seconds in this task. I'm sorry, but yeah. Anyways, like I'll give if you want it, I can hand you over one printed paper for this as well. Okay, no worries, that's all good. So multiple choice choose multiple answers, 30 seconds. If you look at the marking scoring assessment for this, it's only giving you a score towards your listening section. So it's not carrying score towards your reading or writing or speaking. Okay, so it's only towards your listening section. So this very good, but some other item types, they carry score towards your other sections as well, like reading or writing. Okay, so it's only listening section. And just to let you know, guys, the priority level, are you still writing something from that? Okay, and the priority level for MCQ multiple is very low. So 1 to 2% of your score is going towards your exam. So that's why you are only spending 25 to 30 seconds per question. So now I'm not saying to do 2 to 3 questions in 25 seconds, but for one question, you're only spending 25 to 30 seconds in maximum. Okay, maximum. So you're going to do that in 30 seconds and then you're going to move ahead. So if you don't do that, if you spend 2 to 3 minutes, what are you getting in return? 1% or to 2% of your score. But if you spend 4 minutes or 5 minutes in this time, you're getting less time for the right from dictation, which is giving you 25 to 30% of your score. So we have to play smart on this, okay, with the time management. And when we come to the fill in the blanks, okay, next question type, fill in the blanks, number of questions, 2 to 3 questions you're going to get in the exam, okay, 2 to 3 questions. And maximum time to do per question is 25 seconds per question. Maximum 25 seconds, you are going to finish the task and then you're going to click next. So you are the one who is going to click next. The computer won't click next for you. So you will have to self-manage the task, the time-wise, and then click next, and then move ahead. Okay. Highlight correct summary. Again, 2 to 3 questions. It's 2 to 3 questions in all the item types. And maximum time you're going to get is 45 seconds to do the question. It's a lengthy, time-consuming task. Well, because you need to read the options and then select one of the best options, which best summarizes the paragraph. So 45 seconds, guys, not more than 45 seconds. I don't want the students to be spending more than 45 seconds and then trying to think, answer A might be correct, B might be correct, C might be correct, D might be correct, all of the answers might be correct, and getting confused and falling into the trap set by the PSL. So I will tell you the strategy. I will discuss all the strategies in each and every question, but I'm only telling you the time. So 45 seconds. Okay, remember, just keep that on the back of your mind. 45 seconds, select the best summary, and then we move ahead. I'm prioritizing the time because we know we can't waste time in the task which is not important, which is important, but which is less important than the task which is more important. Okay, so that's why we're trying to play with the time. So we are trying to set alarm, like, say how we set alarm in the morning to wake up for going to the work or going to our different schedules. So that's what we need to do. We need to keep that on inside our mind so that we can always be alert that, oh no, I have this much time to spend in this particular task. Okay. Highlight correct summary. I've said 45 seconds. MCQ, single answer. There is another task which requires only single answer. I'm only giving you not just me, it's the experts who has done multiple research, conducting the exam and dealing with the test format. Recommended time is 10 seconds to do this task, and we quickly move ahead to the next question. Okay. I think 10 seconds is maximum. It's plenty of time to do this question. 10 seconds is plenty of time to do this. And then select missing word, 5 seconds, because you'll hear a beep sound at the end of the audio, and you'll have to select the options from A, B, C, D, one option, and then you move ahead. That's 5 second time to do that. And highlight incorrect word, you will do the task as you go. So there's no time set for this. So you will do the task as you go. As you hear the question, you are doing the task at the same time. Okay. So that was the time management matrix. So I hope everyone is well aware about the time management now. So we'll be discussing each and every question type in details now. Any questions in the time management matrix, guys?
No, thank you.
Okay, any questions, guys? No?
It's very tight.
Yeah, so it's not tight, but we'll have to make sure that it's getting, it has a circle that we need to be within the circle of the time. So we have to, it's like being, it's like working with a discipline, yeah? Trying to follow some principles and trying to work in the ethics. So that's what we are going to do. We are trying to stick with the time management plan in this particular section. So that's why we get good results, and you'll definitely get good results if you invest, the specified times. If you follow these and if you practice according to this, you'll definitely get good results in the exam. Okay, you'll be proud of yourself that, oh yeah, I followed the time management. Okay, so I'll begin with the fill in the blanks, the question type, fill in the blanks. So fill in the blanks, it is a question type where you'll get a transcript of a recording, which you'll get a transcript on the screen of a recording on your, it pasted on the screen with, and that transcript will have several gaps. So there'll be blanks, yeah? In that transcript, there'll be blanks. And after listening to the audio of the transcript, you'll hear the recording. You'll have to type the missing words. Yeah, you'll have a transcript in the screen. You'll have some blanks, and then the transcript will be played in the audio form. It will also speak the words which are on the blanks. So your job is to pay attention to those blanks and then write it down in the computer. Okay. And also we've got a time, 25-second time to do that task. Okay. And skill assessed will be listening, and it will go towards your writing section as well. Because you are typing, you are writing the words, it has to be spelled correctly. Otherwise, you are not going to get that point. So if you spell that correctly, you are getting that point. If you don't spell it correctly, 0. For every spelling correct, for every blank that is spelled correct, you're getting 1 mark. And if the spelling is incorrect, you're getting 0. So there's no negative marking anything, but it just depends upon if you spell it correctly or not. Okay. And I have got a very good strategy to do this question. So you will have to follow what I'll say, okay? So this is the screen that you'll get in the exam. So it's exactly the same screen you're going to get in the exam. So you'll have something written on the top. That is your time status bar. Will tell you like it's beginning in 7 seconds. So it's giving you time to prepare. So what are you going to do that in 7 seconds? Are you going to watch your friend? Are you going to watch the ceiling, or what are you going to do? So I want you to look on the proximity of the blanks. Look how the blanks are allocated, like how the blanks are spaced throughout here, fill in the blanks. See, like for example, if the blank number D and E is closely, if the blanks number D and E is closely placed, the last 2 blanks is closely placed. So it means you have to pay extra attention on that, because speaker will be speaking one blank after the other blank within a second. So extra attention is needed. So plan yourself in that 7 seconds, but don't stress out, okay? So there's nothing much you can do in 7 seconds. That's a preparation time before the audio begins. And if you have volume issues in your computer, you can increase the volume here. Yeah, increase the volume. That's a volume bar, and also a time status bar, it's called. And that's the script, and that's the blanks. That's where we are going to put our words. Yeah.
So one question.
Yep.
Just the speaker would be just saying the blank word like.
No, it will tell you from, for example, if it starts from one seminal difference, it'll start from one seminal difference in policy remains the.
In the like whole sentence,
Yeah.
the speaker would be saying.
Saying, yeah, you just got to focus on the blanks. Yeah. Did you get that? What I'm trying to say? Yeah. But what we got to make sure is, but speaker will not just speak the transcript. He will laugh. He will show excitement. It's a live audio. So if you can't, it's not the question that's going to happen. It's a live audio. So speaker may laugh. He might be introducing someone or, do that. But that's why our attention level should be really, really high. Okay. Just high. So I've got very good strategies for this. So if you follow these strategies, it's a piece of cake. Okay. So watch out for the blanks during the preparation time. That's what I've said. Watch out for the blanks during the 7 seconds of preparation time. Watch out for the blanks. At any cost, you are not taking your eyes off the screen. You are not looking onto your note copy, or you are not looking onto your friend's computer or the wall or anything. So your eyes must be fixed on the screen. You cannot take your eyes off the screen, not even for a second. Okay. After you do that, when the audio begins, what are you going to do? Are you just going to listen and type in the computer? No, you're not going to do that. If you do that, you'll spell it incorrectly. You will miss out on the blanks because you won't be able to cope up with the speed of the speaker while typing tab, going to the next blanks. So it's a bad idea to do that. You are not going to type on the computer. There will be a notepad provided on the exam center. You are going to utilize that notepad, and you are going to take the notes of those blanks in the vertical order. Okay, you are going to take the notes of those blanks in the vertical order. At any cost, you are not looking onto your notepad when you are writing it down. Your eyes must be fixed on the screen when you're writing it down. I don't care about the handwriting. Until and unless it's understandable for you yourself, because you are the one who is going to read and transfer it into the computer, try to write it in the understandable form, but do not over prioritize that and look onto the notepad. Because if you look onto the notepad and write and go back to your screen, you will miss out the blank. You will miss on the other blank. If the speaker has already gone past the second blank, you cannot rewind and go back again. So you're writing it down, and at the same time, you are looking onto your next blank as well. You are looking onto that script as well. So where the speaker is gone, okay? And don't write it in horizontal way. So write it in vertical way so that you know which is which, A, B, C, D. Don't write it down A, B, C, D. Just write it down the blanks in the vertical order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, vertical order. Don't index the blanks, okay? Because if you start indexing it, you will have to look onto your notepad. Don't index it, but just write it down in vertical order so that you can know which comes first, which is second, which is third. If you write it down horizontal way, you might get confused, okay? So just to avoid the confusion, okay? And after you have successfully noted down all the words on your notepad, and this is the time where you are going to transfer your answer into the blanks when the recording is finished, okay? So now you're going to transfer the answers from your notepad to the computer. So while typing, use tab, okay? Use tab because tab takes you from one blank to the another blank sequentially. So you are not missing out any blanks, okay? So use tab button to move to the next blank. Check for spelling errors, guys, please. Check for spelling errors. Because there's no point of doing the blanks if your spelling is incorrect, because you're going to get 0 if you do that. So it's very much important for us to make sure that spelling is accurate so that we are getting a score. Also the plurality. So for example, if the speaker said vitamins, means vitamins, but you wrote down vitamin. So 0. Where is the plural sound there? Plural S. So sometimes students do that. When I check the work in the mock test review as well, most of them, yeah, it was just an example. So if it says, for example, if it said he passed the exam, yeah. But if you write pass, P-A-S-S, you miss the ed, you miss the tense. Also with the proper noun, you know, the days, the name of the days, the month, and all the sort of proper nouns, capitalization as well. You've got to focus on that, plurality, and your spelling errors. Sometimes our subconscious mind makes typos. You know, you will think that you are writing the correct word, but your finger will not coordinate. In that case, it's called typo. So you have to make sure it's the typos are fixed as well. So it means I'm encouraging you guys to check your work. Yeah, you've got 25-second time to do that as well.
One question. When I'm typing on the computer, is it showing me that it's wrong as spelling or just
No, if it would have shown, no one would have done the spelling. So there will be no red mark. We don't have that luxury. Okay, so that's why I always encourage the students, even if you are practicing in your home using the Microsoft Word, turn off your spelling checker. Turn that off, because it will tell you, turn that off and then turn that back again. When you finish the task, it will show you your weaknesses. So that's the biggest opportunity to fix those weaknesses. You will know, oh, my spelling errors. I've got 10 spelling errors. Oh, I didn't know how this word was spelled before. Oh, this is the actual spelling. So you're going to fix yourself as you practice. Okay. So that's why always turn off the spelling checker when you're doing in your Microsoft Word as well. Always turn off your spelling checker. That's how always I recommend. Leave it off. And then leave it and turn it back on when you have done your task. Most importantly, when you're doing your essays, summarize written text, your summarized spoken text, whatever the writing tasks are, always try to turn off your spelling checker. That's a very good form to practice. It'll build you the strength of having checking yourself and also improving. Okay, that's a very good thing to talk about. Well, so I've already talked about the checking of spelling errors. So we've got a lot of questions items to try. A lot of question item types to discuss about. I'm going to, we'll be doing some tasks today. Okay, we'll be doing some tasks, and I've also got 6 item types that we need to discuss within a specific time. So we'll have to quickly go on to this task as well now. So this is the task. I will play the audio, and I want answers from you guys. I want answers from all the participants here today. Just put down your answers in the chat group, and I will show you the right answers, and we'll check by how many blanks we missed and how much did we get. You know, just give me 1 second. I will quickly go to the audio and play the audio for you. Three, two, one, go.
Having to attend rehearsals can be a drag when you're busy, but it's very important for a choir, and once you're there, the music soon lifts your spirits. There was only one occasion when our sessions were a bit unpleasant, when a gifted singer with a huge ego tried to take over. Luckily, at the conductor's suggestion, he decided to leave and look for a choir more suited to his talents. Mostly what I gained from the experience is the pleasure of being with like-minded people preparing for a performance, although time constraints mean we don't really get to know each other. And then on the big night, the euphoria when we realize that we've done something rather wonderful.
How was it?
I just got it. Me, of course. First one is great, second one.
So yeah, did you get all the blanks?
No, I missed the last one.
You missed the last one because you was not focusing on that.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why.
You did that quickly.
Yes, it will. Though I can't advise the speaker. Can you please speak slowly for my students? I can't say that. Speaker will speak in his own fluency. So that's why we have to pay extra attention. Yeah. Okay, I will see now. It's also, we need to make sure it's a task, 25-second time to transfer that answer into the computer. We are not going to transfer into the computer because we don't have the resources at the moment, but please do that on the chat group. Yeah. You guys will be fine. You can just tell me.
Okay.
So how many blanks did you get?
3.
3 blanks. So 1, 2, 3. So you missed 2 blanks, yeah?
So
So if you have spelled 3 blanks correctly, you are going to get 3 marks. But if you haven't spelled it correctly,
I'm not sure.
yeah. And how many blanks? 2. So if you have spelled 2 blanks correctly, you are going to get 2 marks. Okay, and let's see online students. Can you please put your answers in the chat group, please, online students? Okay, Muna, thank you very much, Muna. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blanks from Muna, good job. Urusha, 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. Yes, more participants, more answers, please. Also, we got to make sure that it's a 25-second time limit for this task. Okay, I'll reveal the answers now. But guys, just to let you know, it's just a task. It's not your exam. So try to get more engaged to get the most out of this class. Okay, if you engage more, you will learn more. If you participate more, you will enjoy more. Okay, please. So participate more. Write down the answers in the chat group. So we are not here to judge anyone. So we are just trying to engage and make this class very fruitful and enjoyable. So please feel free to ask questions and then write down the answers as well. Even if the whole complete answer is wrong, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to give you the feedback, like we need to do this and do that. Okay. Okay, I will thank you, Manpreet, and thank you, Swad. I will show the answers now. So we have to make sure we check the spellings as well. Okay, the first answer was rehearsals, plural sound, rehearsals, spirits, conductors, constraints, and euphoria. Okay, with the Swad, rehearsal, you missed the plural sound there. It's wrong. Spirits, see, this is the time we need to focus on the plural sounds as well. Spirits, that's wrong. Conducted, not conductors. Constraints, you missed T. And euphoria. So you got none of the blanks correct, my friend. So I'm sorry about that, but that's good. Your participation is highly appreciated. Well done. Manpreet, good job. Rehearsals, spirits, constraints. So yeah, you got 2 out of the blanks. So Urusha as well, 2, and Muna, 1. And what about your spellings?
Spelling wrong. Honestly,
Wrong?
No, you
No?
said the last bit, the S. Yes, I missed it.
See, that's what happens. That's what I'm saying. Pay extra attention into those blanks. Okay, it was just a task. Good job, guys. Well done. It was your first time you're doing this, and I'm very happy that you got the blanks. That's good. So you've understood how the task is going to be. Let's do the other one. Let's do the next one. So look at the blanks. I've given you 7-second time to look onto those blanks. Watch out the blanks now for 7 seconds, and then I'll play the audio.
Some of them has distance, you can pick it, but some of them is student.
Yes.
That one is hard actually.
That's why just fix your eyes on the screen. When you are taking notes, don't look onto your notepad. Okay, I will play the audio now, guys. And your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Think of it as a litmus test for your exhalation. To build their sensor, the researchers took lead acetate, a chemical used in some hair dye products that turns brown when exposed to hydrogen sulfide. And they embedded it in a 3-dimensional nanofiber web, so the dye would spread out across a large surface area. That distribution gives the sensor the sensitivity it needs to detect trace amounts of H2S. To test the device, the researchers puffed it with different concentrations of hydrogen sulfide gas. And they found that as little as 400 parts per billion of H2S produced a color change that could be seen by the naked eye, which is about 1/5 as much H2S as you'd need to have stank breath.
Oh, I'm so good with spelling. Sorry, I have to, my spelling definitely wrong.
Nah, that's all good. That's all good.
I just want to,
Yeah, also when you're doing the blanks, don't try to overemphasize on the spelling as well. Like, you can always correct yourself when you're transferring the blanks. So make sure that you're not missing the blanks. So that's, if you spend more time on fixing your spellings down there, so you'll miss the blanks. 25-second, guys. It's 25-second time to transfer answers to the computer now. So we also have to make sure that we follow the time management as well. Okay. I've started getting answers from the online. Thank you very much. Answers ready, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, how many blanks did you get?
4.
4 blanks. Good job. You did better than what you did before. 4.
I just do
2 blanks?
Only 2 accelerations and in what did I do now? I don't understand this one.
Embedded?
Yeah, embedded, yeah.
Okay.
Embedded, yeah.
Yeah, the last one was easy. It said produced a color change. So produced, I think everyone did the spelling
Because I
correct.
missed the ladies talking. Yeah, I missed the ladies talking.
So that's why always watch out for the blanks. That's what the biggest take out of the class is. Thank you, Samundra. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you, Urusha. Thank you, Monika. Good job, guys. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Yeah, most of them are getting 6 blanks and then 5 blanks. Sorry, 5 blanks. That's good. I'll reveal the answers now, okay? Exhalation, inhalation, embedded, 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 and it was sensitivity, concentrations, produced. So RAM, acceleration, exhalation. Okay, and the second was embedded. That's good. You got it correct. Third was sensitivity. Fourth one was concentrations. You missed the S sound, and last one was correct. So you got 2 out of the 5. Swad, exhalation correct. Embedded, I think you missed double D here. So 1 correct, 2 correct. Third one's missing S. Fourth one right. So you got 3 out of 5. That's good. Muna, exhalation, embedded correct. Sensitivity correct. 3, 4. You got 4 correct. Okay, that's good. And Manpreet, you got, yep, none of them are correct, sorry, because you did miss D for produced. You just wrote down produce. So that's what I was talking about. Sometimes students do miss that. See, produced, produce. So it's very close, you got to make sure you listen to the complete word, yeah? And also with the plural word, like, concentrations. So it's a narrow escape, So you have to make sure you pay attention. It's a listening task, guys, yeah? But anyways, most of our students got it correct. And good try, yeah? We'll do one more question after this.
Do we know any guidebook, then we know that that's the guidebook we can follow.
That particular, you'll get these particular words.
Yeah.
So no, even the priority of the task is not that great that you need to go through all of the questions. So it's not that great, not that high priority task. You can do that for what we've done for the right repetition and other tasks. But for this one, definitely, the only thing is use the notepad. Try to, that's what I said, try to, when you do the writing task in the, in your Microsoft Word, try to turn off the spell checker so that you will improve your spellings, yeah? And try to do all the blanks. Don't miss the blanks, at least, yeah? Even if you did 3 correct, 4 correct, you are still getting 3 marks onto your writing, onto your listening as well. So try to do that. That's the only way we are going to do it, yeah? And always practice from Iowa. There are so many questions, it can get repeated in the exam as well. So yes, of course. You practice more, you'll get the habit of doing that, and yeah, that's the way. So if you don't practice, if you only keep this in your mind, well, in the exam you might get nervous, and then
when we finish our classes, we can go home and do mock practice online.
Yeah, you can use the computer facility and do this.
Yeah.
You can give us mock test, and I will even review your mock test as well and give you the feedback as well. So we've got that facility as well. So you have to book your mock test, and you have to book your consultation with the teachers here. So we also review the mock test and give you the feedback as well. Okay, that's called mock test review. Okay, guys, so we got so many things to discuss as well here. And we got another task. Okay, let's do this one last for the fill in the blanks, and then we'll move ahead to the next question time. Okay. So this is the script. Look at the script. And I'll play the audio. Your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
One seminal difference in policy remains. The coalition has not matched what is Labour's most important innovation promise. That is to bring together responsibilities for innovation, industry, science and research under one single federal minister. Innovation responsibilities currently lie within the powerful Department of Education and Science. And while there is a separate industry department, it has little influence within Cabinet. This has hampered policy development and given Australia's innovation policies a distinctly science and research bias. It is the scientists, rather than the engineers, who call the tune in innovation policy in Canberra. So it's no surprise our policies are all about boosting government-funded research and later commercialising their results.
That's it, done, guys. So what was your name? What's your name? Rihanna. Rihanna, I was looking at how you're doing your task. So you are actually looking onto your note copy. So that's why you're
Oh
missing.
yeah, that's it. This time
So that's the biggest reason, because you are missing your blanks.
Yes,
Don't do that.
I'm looking at the
So yeah, don't do that. That's the reason why you're missing the blanks.
Sorry.
No, because I was watching you, you were looking at the blanks and then you didn't even realize when did the speaker say the number word 6.
Yeah, that's what.
Boosting said, but you didn't know, you was clueless, you were reading somewhere else at that time. So that's what happens, yeah? It's very practical, that's what happens.
You have to be more concentrated on the listening part and just write and don't look at it.
Thank you, Monica. How many blanks did we get this time?
I think it's 3.
Three?
I missed
Three?
because I was reading.
Yes, I'm teacher connections and.
Okay, thank you, Muna. Thank you, Rusha. Thank you, Monica. So which one did you get? First,
Colors,
coalition and?
and then number 3 buyers and consolation something, yes.
Yeah, the Constellation, Bias, and Canberra.
Oh, you're gonna give the last one from me.
We'll reveal the answers and let's see. Okay, thank you, Samundra. Thank you, Muna. Okay, I'll reveal the answers now. Coalition, first one,
Oh,
yeah? Coalition, second is currently, yeah?
Yes, currently, yeah.
Currently.
Yeah, currently, yeah. I got it.
Third is separate. Fourth was hampered. Fifth was bias.
Oh,
It's bias.
Bias.
Yeah, I said bias, not buyers. Bias. Bias. It was bias, yeah? And six was boosting. So I hope everyone spelled it correctly as well to get the score. Coalition, that's coalition. Currently you got it. Separate spelling is incorrect. It's P-A-R-A-T-E. Separate, bias. B-I-A-S, not B-A-S. Bias, not bias. It's bias. B-I-A-S. Boosting, you got it correct. So you got 2 out of 6. Okay. Swad, spelling wrong for coalition. Currently correct. Separate correct. Hampered correct. Bias correct. Boosting correct. You got 5 out of 6. That's good job, Swad. Samundra, 1, 2, 3, 4 correct. That's good. 1, 2, 3 correct. Muna, Rusha, 3 correct. Monica, 3, 4, 5 correct. Good job. Good try, guys. Good attempt. Yeah. So we are realizing our weaknesses as we are doing the task. So spelling, turn off your spell checker. Always read the words carefully so that you remember the spelling as well, and always fix your spelling as you go, because that's the biggest opportunity to fix your spelling. Okay, so fix your spelling as you go. This is the task, and I'll show you the priority of the task now. So the priority of the task is 5%. So 5% of your score from the 100% pie chart, 5% of your score is going towards your listening and writing section. Yeah, so listening and writing section. Okay, and now highlight correct summary. So this is the another task that we'll be dealing now. Well, it's not that high important task. It's not a high priority task. So we have to make sure we will spend 45 seconds to do this task, and we'll quickly move ahead. Okay. So after listening to a recording, you will have to select the best paragraph that summarizes the recording. Yeah. You will have 4 different paragraphs given as option A, B, C, and D. So you will quickly read those and select one of the best paragraph within 45 seconds, submit your answer, and quickly move ahead. And the priority of the task is 3%. It's a low priority task. Okay, 3%. So we have to make sure that we don't spend too much time here. Okay. We are doing that to save ourselves 6 minutes time, 5 to 6 minutes time at the bottom task. The task that comes in the bottom, it's called the right computation. So we are trying to save enough time to properly handle the task. We've got enough time to do right computation. Okay. So skill assessed in the highlight correct summary will be listening and reading, because you are reading as well and you are listening to the audio as well. Okay. So it'll go towards your listening and your reading section. The prompt length will be 30 to 90 seconds or long audio, and then you begin your task. For the first time test takers, look, this will be the screen. Okay, this is your time started part. There will be some text written on the top. And A, B, C, D. Those are the 4 paragraphs. You will have to select one of them, which best summarizes the audio recording. Yeah, which is the summary of the audio. So if you don't listen to the audio carefully, you will never be able to find the correct one. Okay, but doesn't matter. If you are not being able to find correct one within the 45 seconds, you'll have to quickly select one which you think is the best option, based on your hearing, listening capacity, and understanding capacity as well. Okay, not just selecting any of them, but based on your listening and your interpretation, your understanding. Okay, within 45 seconds, and we'll move ahead. So basically, the strategies that I'm going to talk about is, when you have the 10 seconds of the preparation time before the task, just read one option. Okay, read one option during the preparation time, so that at least you're already ahead. Like, you have already read that option. Okay, read one option within the preparation time, and to avoid this distraction when you are listening to the audio, when the audio actually begins to play, to avoid the distraction, don't look at the options. Close your eyes better. Just listen to the audio. Peace of mind, yeah? Just listen to the audio. Don't scan the options when the recording is actually playing. So don't scan the options at that time. I don't want anybody to be looking at those options and trying to find the answers when the audio is playing at the same time. Okay, so when the audio is playing, what you can do is you can take notes. We've got the notepad. You can take notes of the main ideas, yeah, so that it will increase the better understanding of your of the audio. Yeah, you will understand the audio you will understand the audio in a more in a precise, you will be able to get the best summary if you understand the audio pretty well. Okay, so take note of the main ideas, scan the options to select for the best summary after recording is finished. So that's the time. Now you're going to scan the options after the recording is finished. Okay, so the recording is finished. That's the time when you are scanning the option, not before when the recording is playing. And another thing is, as the priority of the task is 3%, we also have to play it smartly. Okay, you have to be decisive. Read one option just once.
Just all of them.
No, for example, if you're reading number A, you're only reading it once. You're not going back again and saying, oh no, I'll read it twice, I'll read it 3 times, I'll read it 4 times, just once. You're reading one option just once, and you are quickly moving ahead to your option number B. Okay. And if you are not being able to find the answer, in option number B, you're moving to number C. And if you're not able to find answer in number C, you're not reading number D, you're selecting number D. Because if you are not able to find it A, B, and C, it has to be D, because that's the only option left. So if you read that, you will spend another 15 seconds, and it will go more than 45 seconds. There'll be a minute. So 15 seconds to read every passage. So you're only reading 3 passages, yeah, within 15 seconds. Sorry, for 15 seconds for each passage within 45 seconds. So that's why it's very important for you to be decisive. Okay, be decisive. Like, don't be confused, or don't be like option A or option B. Don't have that in your mind. Okay, and how to select the best summary. That's a key to the thing. When we do our task, retell, lecture, and summarize spoken text, we tend to get the main ideas, main sentences. Yeah, we tend to understand what is the main topic. We know what is the conclusion, what is the result, what is the body talking about, what it is prioritizing, what is the another perspective of the audio. So always try to listen on the main ideas. Yeah, no supporting ideas and examples. That's bullshit. So if you look onto the examples, it's just the extra explanation of whatever idea has already been introduced. So examples and supporting ideas, that's we don't need that. We only need main ideas. Okay, we only need to scan the main ideas and keep that on our head to select the best summary. Another thing is main ideas always revolve in 3 spaces. That's introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction, they always introduce about the topic. What is the passage about? In the conclusion, they give you the result, about the consequences, about the about the ramifications, like if it's bad consequence or impact, gives you the result. Yeah. And the body, it also talks about another perspective, like when there are contrasting discourse word markers like but, however, on the other hand, most importantly, in fact, despite the fact that, these sort of words. So these sort of words will always take your message towards the next perspective. Even though this was happening, this was also happening. So it means they are trying to give you another idea. So that's the main idea as well. Always try to look for those ones. Okay, whenever there's but or however, on the other hand, most importantly, the speaker will always introduce one of the main idea. So look for those, look for main ideas, try to have that on your mind, and you select the best summary within 45 seconds. Okay, that's the only strategy we've got. So you quickly do that, but at any cost, you're not exceeding 45 seconds, because we also have to keep in our mind that only 3% of your score is considered for this task. Okay, so we'll try to do our best, but we are not spending too much time in this task. So that's your options, A, B, C, and D. I'll play the audio. Read one option quickly before the audio, and then when the audio plays, I want your full focus on the audio. You can take notes, but you are not scanning the options at that time. You are only scanning the option after the audio is finished. Okay. I'll play the audio. Any questions, guys, so far with this task?
No, thank you.
No, yeah, that's all good. Yeah, no, thank you. Any question from you?
The things we have to choose one of
Yeah.
highlighting correct summary. Isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the main-
So highlight not incorrect, highlight correct summary. You're not selecting the incorrect, you highlight the correct summary.
highlight. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So those 4 are the summary
yes.
that's given to you. You'll have to select the summary that best summarizes the audio.
Oh, okay.
That best summarizes some of the. So for example, number D might be completely talking opposite. It might be completely opposite to the audio. Number C might be partially, yeah, it might just mention you about one topic,
Yes.
but not trying to give you the overall meaning of the audio.
Yes.
Number B might be just talking about something else which is never mentioned in the audio. Okay, so number A might be the correct. So
Yes.
you will have to find that out and select. Yeah, but also the time is 45 seconds, because it's a trap set by Pearson, where students fail to understand the priority of the task, and then they spend 5-6 minutes doing this task and they get nothing out of it. Yeah, so we have to be smart. Okay, I'll play the audio now, and then we can begin our task. So your audio will play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, employers are currently experiencing a love-hate relationship with social media. Some are using it to their advantage. They're reaching more customers, increasing sales, and improving their brand image through social networking sites. They're also using them for recruitment. On the other hand, many employers continue to see the bad side of social media and believe that it poses a threat to their business. Negative comments online can damage a brand, and employers also worry that employees might spend too much time online during working hours, stopping them from working effectively and completing all their tasks. But this problem provides employers with an opportunity. Employees who spend a lot of time on social networking sites do it because they're bored. They don't feel challenged and want to fill their time. This suggests that employers should take a more active role in providing development opportunities for their staff and setting new goals. This way, they can benefit from the advantages of social media without experiencing the difficulties.
So now you've got 45-second time to select the best option. Yeah. No, you just need to tell me what option did you select. That's quick. We've got an answer. Thank you, Samundra. Thank you, Rusha. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you, Monica, Ram, Urusha. Thank you, Muna. Thank you, Swad.
I think number A or D, between this I'm confused.
I said to be decisive. I said that's the trap. Yeah. If you keep on thinking about it, just select one. Number D. Okay. You?
B.
B. Okay. So you got D, you got B. Okay. So I will reveal the answer. I've got some answers from online chat group as well, and we will see if we are on the same page or not. Okay. There we go. Number D was the answer.
Yes, I was stuck between A and D because D is a finishing task and when
D. So yes, that's good. D. Don't be confused. Be decisive. Yeah. D is your answer. Okay. If you think D is your answer, don't go back to A again because you've already read that. And don't be decisive on that. Okay. Don't be confused. Just be decisive. Yeah. Employer acknowledge that social media can be useful, but are also worried about the negative aspects. They might be, spending time uselessly in the things. So that's why employers also have the responsibility. They got to make sure that their employees are taking active role in ensuring that the staffs feel challenged. So they're not bored. If the staffs are bored, they spend time uselessly. Yeah. But also on the other hand, the social media could be useful. They also come with the negative aspects. So that's what the audio was about. So that's what the summary was about. Okay. That's good job, guys. I'm very happy. Yes, some of the options might be confusing. Yeah. For example, employers are using social media to their advantage by reaching out to the more customers, improving their brand image through social networking sites. That was not the summary. I would never say that was the summary, number A. Number B, employers should provide employees who spend a lot of time on social networking sites with development opportunities in order to ensure that they feel challenged. Yes, it was said that, but this is nothing mentioning about the negative aspects there. Yeah. So I wouldn't consider B as the summary. Number C, understand the threat social media has on their business due to negative comments online, and they worry not. Negative comments online and these things doesn't summarize the audio with the overall meaning. Summary means the overall meaning. It has to express the ideas from different corners of the description of the audio of the passage. Yeah. It has to reflect the overall meaning, all the main ideas. So not just one idea or not just one topic, it has to include everything. Yeah. So that's the best summary. Okay. I hope I've answered Mr. Swad, but yeah, so that's how we do it. We will do another task in the same category, and then we'll move ahead. Okay. So that's your options, A, B. And another thing, Rihanna, I was watching you when you were doing the task, you were reading the passages at the same time you were listening to the audio. So that's a bad thing to do because you will get confused if you do that. So your concentration level, better close your eyes or listen to the audio, or you take notes, but don't read the options at the time. Okay, be full focused. Yeah, be full focused. Okay, so sorry, Swad. I didn't know that because I was just looking at the chat group. Anyways, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so now this is another highlight correct summary. We will be smashing this task with the strategies that we have learned, and we will do this. Okay, let me give me 1 second. I will play the audio, and so your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
We all know that journalists often make things sound worse than they are, but they aren't the only ones. It seems that scientists sometimes do it too. In the past, scientists have claimed that the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, that's the area in the Pacific Ocean where plastic waste has collected together to create one kind of big garbage island. Anyway, they have claimed that this area of garbage is twice the size of the state of Texas, or 20 times the size of England. Some scientists even said that there's more plastic in that ocean than plankton, and that's the tiny animals and plants that fish eat. But a new report shows that while there is a very serious problem for the environment, it's not as great as many scientists have said. The research showed that the garbage covers an area that's much smaller than Texas. And while plastic can harm some sea life, it actually feeds other tiny living creatures. For this reason, the report concludes that we shouldn't try to remove the plastic, but should focus on stopping more garbage from entering the ocean so it doesn't get worse in the future.
Okay, the audio is ended. Now you've got 45 seconds to just think about the answer. Thanks, Shwad. Thanks, Samundra. Thanks, Muna. Thanks, Urusha. Thanks, Rachana. Thanks, Ram. Thank you very much. That was quick, guys. Very quick. I think that's a perfect example of being decisive. The quicker you give your response. Also, don't rush too much. Also, try to understand the context, understand the message. Yeah.
I think number C, we should probably.
Okay, Rihanna, what's the answer?
C.
C. And yours?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I think D.
D. Okay. So you've selected D. What's your name?
Prajita.
Prajita D. Rihanna C. And I've got answers from the chat group, online group. So I'll reveal the answers now. Okay. Let's see what the answer is. Answer is number C.
Oh,
Correct.
because they're trying to
Yeah.
in the environment, they're all talking of the environment harming.
Yeah.
In between, they talk a lot of the big oceans, the like Texas, blah blah blah. Document talking about.
Yes. But rather than trying to remove it from the ocean, we should try to prevent more garbage from entering the ocean, because the animals are the water animals. They're
Yes.
feeding from that.
Yes, that's
It's doing
right.
good
That-
as well.
The main issue she's trying to say like. We have
And also
to
the
do
journalist
our
that said in the past was not accurate.
No.
So it was something else other than that, not the size of the Texas. So yeah, it was good. Like, the C is the best thing that summarizes, and all of the student has got the correct answer online. Amazing. This is how it should be done. Quickly scan, eliminate number A. Great Pacific Ocean people nowadays, due to being is twice as the size of the Texas. No way. Delete it. A. No, not going back to A again. B. Claim that the plastic in the ocean is very harmful to sea life, especially since there's more plastic in the ocean than plankton. No way. That's not.
Yeah.
That's completely something different. Yeah.
different. It's not
So
like
C,
food.
you read C and you think that's your answer. When you come to C and you think that's your answer, quickly select it. Don't read D. Don't even read D. If you think your answer is C, don't read D. Otherwise, you might get confused and you will waste more time as well. Okay. Now we will head towards another task. Okay. We'll head towards another task, which is the multiple choice. Choose multiple answers. Multiple choice, choose multiple answer. Okay. By the sound of it, what it sounds like, are we familiar with negative marking before? Do we know what negative marking means? No? So, okay, that's good. I will try to explain what negative marking is. So this is the task which has negative marking. So and let me tell you first the skills it's going to be assessed is listening. So multiple choice, choose multiple answer is a low priority task. Only 1% to 2% of your score is getting towards your listening section, only listening section. And the nature of the task is after you listen to a recording, after you listen to the audio, there will be options in the screen, and you will have to select multiple options that is going to match the answer. Match the audio. Okay. By selecting more than one response, there will be more than one response. So there will not be just one answer. It will be more, two or more than two answers. It's because it's a multiple answers. Okay. So for example, if there are 5 options and if you select all 5 options just to be on the safe side, yeah, that's where the negative marking comes into play. Yeah, students can do that because they think it's multiple answers. I will select 4 options. If from 4 options, 3 will be correct, I'll get 3 marks. That's not how it works. So if you select 4 options, okay, A, B, C, and D, I'm just giving you an example, okay. A, B, C, D, E, there was 5 options, you selected 4 options, A, B, C, D, and the correct answers were A and B, okay. So you have ticked A, B as correct, but also you have done incorrect C and D. So +2 from AB, -2 from CD. So 2 minus 2 is 0, okay. So what if you would have only done A, B, and C? +2 AB -1 from C. So you're getting 1 out of 3. Okay. So what if you had done, if AB was correct, but you did C, D, and E, all of them incorrect, would you get -3? No. The minimum that you're going to get is 0. So you're not getting anything below 0. Okay. Even if you select all the incorrect responses, you are not getting less than 0. 0 is the minimum. So not getting less than 0. Okay, are we clear? That's how negative marking works. Okay, so that's why we should not risk ourselves. We should not take greater risk in this task. If you take greater risk, the consequences might be bad. You'll get, even though if you had done it right, it will take off that score. So only select the options which you think is correct. If you are not sure, select one option, move ahead. At least you are getting 1 mark. Yeah? Are you trying to get what I'm trying to say? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? If you are sure, select it. If you are not sure, don't select it.
So don't select it.
I mean, like, if you don't select it, you're going to get 0. So select it, obviously select it. Don't just give away the marks. But if you are sure, you select multiple answers. I'm 100%, I will encourage that. You'll get more marks. But if you are not sure, don't just, guess or do that. Select the appropriate option and then move ahead. Okay. So the maximum time we are going to spend in this task, we all know that, is 25 to 30 seconds maximum. Yeah. Within that time, so for the first time test takers, please have a look on the screen. Okay. So this is going to be a screen. Okay. You will have some text boxes on the top. You'll have a time status bar. There'll be a volume adjustment bar here. You'll have 7 seconds of the preparation time. There's nothing much you can do on the 7 second, but you can read the question here. Because if you understand the question, you will find the answer. If you don't know what the question is, what are you listening for? You don't know what you're listening for. So in 7 second time, you need to read the question. What happened as a result of the arrival of colonists? That's the question here, yeah? So it has asked you, what happened as a result of the arrival of the colonist? Are you going to listen to what is colonist? When did colonist actually formed? You are not listening to that. You are listening, but you are not focusing to that. Your focus is only on what happened as a result of the arrival of the colonists. So you are listening when the audio clicks on, or when the audio clicks on to that part, when it says the arrival of the colonist, you have to pay extra attention because that's what your question is. So if you understand the question, you will find out the answer. If you don't know what the question is, what are you listening to? You are listening to everything. So you'll get confused. Yeah. So the key strategy here is always read the question. Yeah. Always read the questions online. Please take this strategy, keep this on your head. Okay.
So we have to consider the question was written by the written.
Yeah.
So they'll find the answer from the audio.
Audio. So you'll have to listen to the audio after that. But if you haven't read the question, what are you listening to? You will be listening to the audio, but you don't know what are you actually listening to. You will know eventually after the audio ends, but it'll be too late for you. Yeah. So if you already know what the question is, you already, because there will be questions in front of you. There will be the question in front of you. So you would read the question carefully and then you listen to the audio. Okay. So strategy is read the question carefully. That's what I've said. Take smart and tangible notes as you did in the highlight correct summary. Yeah. Take notes of the information only related to the question. So I don't want information which is about something else, about the history, about the past, about things and this, blah, blah, blah. I don't need that. So only information which is related to the question. Select the answer with the method of elimination. So if the answer doesn't fall under the question, if the answer doesn't fall what the question is asking you, and if it's talking about something else, straight away eliminate that option. Yeah. So, for example, if you think A is not your answer, it's gone. A is eliminated already, based on your understanding. Yeah. Because some of the option will be completely opposite. It'll be talking about something else which is not mentioned in the audio. It'll be talking about confusing factors. It'll be talking about partially correct ones. So don't select those ones. Only select those ones which you know that it's not, that was spoken in the audio. That was the spoken within the context of the question. Okay. That's why you need to understand the context of the question. Yeah. Yeah. Select the method, answer with the method of elimination. And for example, this is your task. Yeah. So we will do the task. No, ask me the question. What was about?
No, my screen not getting bigger. I'm gonna pick up full screen, but yeah, I'm tired.
Isn't it like yours?
No, it's smaller.
Smaller? Oh,
Yeah, mine very smaller.
try to maximize the.
That's what I'm thinking. Full screen.
Big.
Yeah. No, it will be on.
So yeah, guys, yeah, this is the question that's no, that's all good. That's all good. No, that's fine.
I'm not
So-
sitting on that computer next time. I'm just sitting.
Yeah, use that
Something
computer.
wrong.
Otherwise, you can just look at her screen and then do the
Something
task.
wrong in this computer, definitely.
Yeah, just I apologize for that. So it might be some sort of error in the computer. So so this is your question, guys. Read the question carefully within 7 seconds. That's what you're going to get in exam. 7 seconds to read the question, and I will play the audio now. So I'll play the audio in 3, 2, 1, go.
What if you could make your sleep more efficient? As a sleep scientist, this is the question that has captivated me for the past 10 years. Because while the light bulb and technology have brought about a world of 24-hour work and productivity, it has come at the cost of our naturally occurring circadian rhythm and our body's need for sleep. The circadian rhythm dictates our energy level throughout the day. And only recently, we've been conducting a global experiment on this rhythm, which is putting our sleep health and ultimately our life quality in jeopardy. Because of this, we aren't getting the sleep we need, with the average American sleeping a whole hour less than they did in the 1940s. For some reason, we decided to wear it as a badge of honor that we can get by on not enough sleep. This all adds up to a real health crisis. Most of us know that poor sleep is linked to diseases like Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, stroke, and diabetes. And if you go untreated with a sleep disorder like sleep apnea, you're more likely to get many of these illnesses. But did you know about sleep's impact on your mental states? Poor sleep makes us make risky, rash decisions and is a drain on our capacity for empathy. When sleep deprivation literally makes us more sensitive to our own pain, it's not so surprising that we have a hard time relating to others and just generally being a good and healthy person when we're sleep deprived.
Okay. 25-second ticking now, the time bomb. Oh, that was quick. Thanks, Rusha. Okay, so A, B, C, and F. Samundra, C, thank you very much. Monica, thank you. Mona, thank you. Thank you, Swad. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. You guys got your answers?
Yeah.
So what did
I
you
got
get?
A.
Yeah.
Because it's mental health issue.
Yeah.
And I got another one. Got a B. Actually.
B, and yours?
Mine is C and E.
C and E.
Yes.
Okay. Good job. And Swad, we got C and E, and we got other students, Muna, C and F, and Manpreet, C and E. Okay. Let's see what the answer is, okay? C and E. Good job. Because it was talking about the mental health issues.
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about the diseases, which is not related to the mental health issues of the first, and then it talked about the mental health issues, like being rash decision making, or risky decision making, and making people lack of empathy. Talked about those two. And stroke and diabetes are not mental health. Alzheimer's disease is not a mental health issue. Cardiovascular risks, it's not mental health issues. So mental health issue is something which is related to your emotions, your mental capacity. Yeah. So good job, guys. I hope because now, what is the biggest takeout from this task? What is it? If you hadn't read the question carefully, you would not know the answer. So that's why now, have you felt the importance of reading the question? Yeah. So in the preparation time of 7 seconds, it is very important for us to understand the question. If we understand the question, you will be able to screen and skim for the answers from the audio, okay? So it's a tricky task, we do that. But also on the other hand, if you're not being able to find out the answer within 25 to 30 seconds, you are quickly selecting one or two options which you think is correct and quickly moving ahead. You have to press next button. The computer is not going to press next button. Yeah, so it's a self-managed task. Good job, guys. I'm very happy that most of us, and I'll discuss the marking now. Okay, now from the students that did select. So CNE, you got 2 out of 2. I think there is another student who do that. Swad, you got 2 out of 2, CNE. Manpreet, you got 2 out of 2. But now, for example, Muna, you selected C and F. So C is correct. She got 1 from there. F is incorrect. So she got -1. So she got 0. So that's why I'm telling you, only select the option which you think you are sure about that. Yeah. If Muna would have only selected number C, she would have got 1 mark. Yeah. Whereas Samundra, he selected D, E, and C. So that's E and C correct 2. D is incorrect, -1. So he got -1. Sorry, he got 1. So because he did 2 correct, 1 incorrect. So 2 minus 1, 1. So that's why we got to make sure that we are only selecting option which is the correct option, like which you are sure about. Okay. Any questions so far with the marking criteria? Anyone online?
Yes. Sorry. So
what's
if
your name?
Muna.
Yep, Muna.
So if I select only one, like F, so if that means I get 0 or -1.
Yeah, you get 0 because that's the incorrect answer.
Okay.
So you're not getting -1. 0 is the minimum. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you clear now?
Yes.
Yeah. So 0 is the minimum, even though it's a negative marking, doesn't matter. 0 is the minimum you can get. Okay. That's why always encouraging the student to not leave this task empty, always selecting the best options, and also not trying to be over smart and selecting unnecessary options, because negative marking will slash you down. Thank you. Okay, so this was multiple choice, choose multiple answers, yeah? I will do another task which is very similar, which is called multiple choice, choose single answers. So in the single answers, you are only selecting one answer, one option, okay? I will take you to that, just give me 1 second. So this is your another question type, okay? After the multiple choice, choose multiple answers, you might get this task, okay? In this task, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing, but there's only one answer correct.
I didn't mention it here.
Sorry?
Is it mentioned here that the single answer?
Yes, it'll tell you if it's a single answer or not. Yeah, it'll tell you. So you have to make sure that you are reading the subject, the topic here. Okay, the question topic. You read that, it'll tell you about the task. Listen to the recording and answer the multiple choice by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. That's what it has said in the top. Yeah. So this is a time status bar. 5-second time to read the question. And then you quickly move ahead towards listening your audio. Okay. So 1% of the score is going towards your exam. So it's a very low priority task. MCQs are low priority task. Okay. So we are not spending too much time in this task. Okay. I think the maximum time that we are allowed to spend in this is 10 seconds. 10 seconds is enough. It's plenty of time to do that. Okay. 10 seconds, quickly select one option and then you click next. If the marking criteria, there's no negative marking. 1 for correct response, 0 for incorrect response, straight away. Okay. You are only able to select one option. If that is correct, you are getting 1. If you're not, 0. Okay. So for the first time test takers, please watch. This is the screen that's going to appear on your exam. Yeah. So that you are familiar with the screen. So I've given that on the opportunity to look on the screen. So that's the marking criteria I've already explained. And strategies to read the question carefully within the preparation time. So you're only looking for the question at that time. Take smart and tangible notes if you want to. And select the answer with the method of elimination, as I've said. If A is not the answer, delete it, B, deleted, C, deleted, select D and move ahead. Yeah, it's easy as. Don't stress yourself, guys. It's a low priority task, MCQs, okay? So we have to make sure that we fall within the time plan. We always have the time plan with us, okay? Okay, so this is your question. We will do the task. So read the question. What did the student realize at the end of the, at the end of the conversation? Yeah. So what did the student realize at the end of the conversation? So I don't think there are important information in the beginning of the audio, but there's definitely important information in the end of the audio. Okay, so prepare yourself that your level of attention is very, very much, it's strong when it comes to the end of the audio. Okay, so that's how you're going to plan this task. I'll play the audio. Play the audio in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good afternoon, Miss Davis. I was told by James that you wanted to see me in your office.
Oh, I did. Thank you for coming, Jean. Have a seat. How are you? Is everything going fine?
Yes, pretty much. What about you, Miss Davis? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yes, I was away for a while. Actually, I went to Arizona and met your mother there. Didn't she tell you about it?
No, she didn't, but that's great. How is she?
She is fine. To me, she is still as exuberant as she was 20 years ago. You will never know how great a teacher your mother was. Anyway, how was your semester?
It was fun. The teachers were nice, especially Ms. McKenna. I loved her class. Strange, I never liked math and struggled so much until I met Miss McKenna.
That's great. How was she so wonderful?
She spoke softly and explained thoroughly. She answered all of the questions earnestly. I wish all my teachers were like Miss McKenna.
Many of her students made that comment in the past, too.
Who could have guessed that I could get an A in math?
Why not? You are smart. You can get an A in any subject you want as long as you try.
I believe so. I should have tried harder instead of giving up and neglecting the hard subjects.
That's the end of the audio. And right at the end of the audio, we got an answer from Monica. That's good. What a quick response. Urusha, Samundra, good job, guys. Thank you, Swat. B, Muna. You guys are amazing. Ram, it's a multiple choice, choose single answer. You can't select two options. I'm sorry. I would have given you that privilege, but yeah, you are only allowed to select one option, okay? Thank you very much. Your answer,
B.
Prajita?
B.
B? Okay, I'll log that your answer is B. And your Rihanna? 10 seconds time.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think my one is D.
Is D, is it?
Realizes nothing's. Yes, I think D.
Okay, that's fine. You selected D, all good. I'll reveal the answers now. Everyone watch out for the answer now. So the answer is B. Okay. It was clearly told that mistake, like for example, if we go from number A, nothing is important but math. She didn't mention that. Yeah. B, when it comes to B, the student realized that she can do things if she tries hard. That's what she said at right at the end of the order. She told that nothing was hard. Like student realized that she can do things if she can try really hard. Yeah. Is a good teacher. Obviously, she was a good teacher, but that's what not the the conversation that happened in the end, because it's talking about the end of the conversation. What did she realize? Realize that nothing is possible. It's not the right answer. I'm sorry, Rihanna. Yeah. So make sure we pay attention
So
according
when
to
I'm
the.
listening,
Yeah.
I have to read through that one.
Don't do that. If you try to multitask, you will just disappear. You'll be like standing right at nowhere.
I'm
So
trying to getting the lady saying it.
yeah.
At the end, I missed it. So that's
No, you're not doing that.
No.
So it's like it's like it's like trying to go on the both ways. Like if you are standing right in the junction and then you're trying to go left or right, you're just trying to go left and you're going to right. So that'll be nowhere. Okay. So try to make sure you're not multitasking. Try to, as you've already known the question, now you know what to look for. You know what to look for. If you know what to look for, you're only listening to that. Okay, you're paying extra attention. It's only giving you a score towards your listening section. So you're not reading, you're not doing anything, but just listening. Okay. So that's what it was. So yeah, this is a very low priority task, guys. So that's why don't stress out. Only 1% of your score is going towards the exam. Okay. So that's why only thing is it's a trap. If you spend more time, you will lose time for your most important task. That's lying at the very bottom of the listening section, right from dictation. So that's why we have to make sure we are not spending more than 10 seconds in the multiple choice, choose multiple single answers. I hope I'm correct with the time matrix. So this is your next step, 43. I will see if the time matrix is correct or not. Yeah, the multiple choice to single answers, 10 seconds. Okay. And for the multiple answers, there's 30 seconds because you have to select more than one option. That's understandable. Yeah. Any questions, guys, online? Any question, guys? Any, are we clear all? Or are we all on the same page? Hello?
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much. So that's all for the multiple choice questions. I hope you understand the negative marking on the MCQ multiples, and there's no negative marking in the singles. If you are only sure you are selecting options in the multiple choice questions, at least select one options. If you are sure, you can select multiple options. And with the single answers, be decisive, use the method of elimination, read the questions carefully, and then 10 seconds time, just, yeah. And then you move ahead, okay? Select missing word. So this is another task which is giving you a score only on your listening, okay? So this is completely a listening task. your level of attention should be very high when you are listening to the audio. So this is a very funny task, to be honest. I find it very interesting. Like, I enjoy this task too much when I'm explaining to the students. So this task is after the listening to your recording. Sorry, can you please mute yourself so that. Hello. Check whose audio is unmuted. I think it's. Is it Rachana whose audio is playing? I can hear some noise in the audio, so please mute yourself. Yep, it's good now. So select missing word, guys. You will hear a recording and there will be some options in the screen, A, B, C, D. You will have to select the missing word. Okay, so you'll have to select the options. That will be your missing word. That completes the recording. That completes the recording from a list of options. Okay, so right at the end of the audio, you will hear a beep sound. Right at the end, not in the middle or not in the beginning. Right at the end, you will hear a beep sound. So you'll have to select one of the options from A, B, C, D. That will complete the recording. That will complete the recording. So if you haven't understood the audio properly, if you don't know what the context is, you will not be able to find the missing word. Okay. And it's not that high priority task as well. Again, I'm telling you. So you've only got 5 seconds time to select the option and then you're moving ahead. Okay. So basically the strategy is not that, it's not a, like thing that we need to follow, but it's just a common sense in this. So if you have understand the context of the audio, for example, I think the true example would be, for example, if the audio is talking about mobile, it's talking about the cell phone, or the smartphone, or the iPhone, it's talking about the iPhone, and then right at the end there is a beep sound, and the options are Apple, the options are iPhone connections, B connection, and if it says, for example, if it says iPhone charger, or if it says iOS or iTunes, and with the collocations that we have heard before about the app iPhone, we will go for Apple. We'll say like, iPhone is Apple. It's from the Apple brand. You'll quickly select Apple if you haven't heard the audio carefully. But what if the iPhone, it was talking about the charger? So I'm trying to say that always listen to the audio and use the contextual vocabularies rather than the collocations. Okay. Yeah. Did you get that? Don't go for the collocations, use the contextual vocabularies. So contextual vocabularies, and also make sure you understand the tense as well, the tense of the audio. If the audio is talking in the past tense, the last word won't be in the present tense. That particular word also will be in the past tense. Okay. If the audio is in the present tense, for example, if the audio is saying the speaker is trying to do this, for example, for example, if he's talking about Mr. X, Mr. X is trying to do this, Mr. X is trying to do that. So it's in a present form, present tense form. The answer will, the last word will also be in the present tense form.
It's grammatical.
Yes. It won't say Mr. X is trying to do happened, or so if there is happened something, or did, or something in the past.
So should be related. If a first phrase is
not first phrase, the whole audio.
Audience,
the whole audio. If that is in the present tense, the answer of the last words will be also in the present tense to complete the audio. Okay. Just remember for the tense of the audio. Remember for the contextual vocabularies, not the collocations. So it means that you have to pay attention when you're listening to the audio. Okay. So they will try to trick you with those sort of words, putting past tense form when it's talking in the present tense, putting the words which is closely related, like, with the collocation wise. So we got to make sure. So 1 mark for correct response, 0 mark for incorrect response. So you're only selecting one option and moving ahead. Okay. So that's what I said. Listen carefully to understand the topic, theme, and tense of the lecture. Select the most suitable answer which matches the tense and meaning. Consider the contextual vocabularies. So consider the contextual vocabularies. The skill that's going to be assessed is only towards your listening score. I think it's 2% or 1% of the score. We can clarify on that. I'll come to that as well. So it's not high priority task, it's a low priority task. Okay. So we are only spending 5 seconds to do this task. So for example, this one, A, B, C, D, that's the option that that completes the audio. Yeah. Right at the end, you will hear a beep sound. You'll select one of the word that will complete the audio. Okay. I'll play the audio. Online, are we clear about the task? Any questions before we start the task? Everyone clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll play the audio now. So your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Not all wild animals can become domestic animals. In fact, only 14 species are fully domestic, according to one scientist. He says that 6 things must be true before it can happen. Without these 6 things, it's impossible for an animal to become domestic. Firstly, the animal must eat inexpensive food that's readily available, so humans can feed it easily. Secondly, the animal must grow fast because slow-growing animals are unhelpful to humans. It also needs to breed easily. If the animal doesn't have babies, the species will soon disappear. The animal shouldn't be frightened when placed in a small space because this is dangerous to humans. Finally, it helps if the animal lives in a group in its natural environment. If the group has a social structure, the human can become its leader. If one animal in the group accepts the human as leader, the others will probably...
Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you very much. I've already started to get the answers. Yep. Rachana, thank you. Samundra, thank you. Monica, thank you. Urusha, Muna, Ram, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what the answer is. You, Prajita, B?
A.
A? Okay. And are there any more answers coming through? Come on, guys, just give us the answers. Participants, Manpreet. Swat. Okay, B, thank you very much. Everyone, okay, good job. Let's see what the answer is, okay? B, follow. It was talking about the leadership. So, and also it gave an example. If these things happen, they will follow. Yeah, so good job. So you listen to the audio carefully and then you were able to find the answer. Okay, it's a simple task. Yeah, the simple task. So don't take too much stress because the priority of the task is not that high. So try to do your best. Yeah.
I'm trying to thinking what I missed it. Why am I follow?
So you might have just disconnected yourself from the audio at one point. So if you do that, that's why always when it comes towards the end, like try to listen to the audio very carefully because you are going to decide the last word of the audio. So you'll have to understand the context. You'll have to understand what the context is about. It was about leadership and also the context. When it comes closer to the end of the audio, it'll tell you some important things that you will have to listen. Yeah. So always try to listen carefully on that part. And another thing is don't have many things on your head when you're listening to the audio. You're completely listening to the audio. Okay. So if you are thinking about something else and you are listening to the audio, you can't do that. So this is a listening task. So that's why I strongly recommend everyone disconnect yourself from the entire world. Don't think about anything else. Just think about this particular task and do it, and you'll be able to find the answers. Okay. So that was this, and there is another task which we need to focus today before we go. Okay. That's highlight incorrect word. So the skills assessed in this task is listening and reading. Yeah. So skills assessed is listening, and it goes towards your reading section as well. Okay. So we have to make sure we do this task with extreme focus as well. So let's see the priority of the task again. So coming to the priority of the task, highlight incorrect words. The one that you are going to do now is 4%. Yeah, 4% of the score. And the one that we did, select missing word, is just 1%. It's a very low priority task. So 4% of the score is going towards your listening and your reading as well. So make sure we do this task in a proper way, okay? And look at this, right from nutrition is 22%. Which is a very heavy task, yeah? Repeat sentence, 26%. Very important task. Repeat sentence is very important task when it comes to speaking, but we are only discussing section 2 of the listening today. Summarize spoken text here, and listening 1%, multiple choice question singles 1%, multiple 2%. Yeah, so this is how it is divided within the scoring frame, okay, framework. So now we are doing the select missing word. Select missing word when we do this task. So this task is completely you need listening. Even if you miss it for 1 second, you'll just confuse yourself, okay? So the transcript of the recording will appear on the screen. It'll be on the screen, the transcript of the recording. While listening to the recording. So when you're listening to the recording, your task is to identify the words. Your task is to identify the words in that transcript in front of your screen, to identify the words in the transcript that differ from the audio that is said, okay? So there will be something else written in the transcript, some words, there might be 5 words, 4 words, 6 words, 7 words, that will differ from the audio. So your task will be to click on those words. So in exam, you are clicking on those words. For example, if the transcript was wrong, clicking on the transcript. If the recording was wrong, clicking on the recording, and it will highlight that word. That's why it's called highlight incorrect word. So by just 1 click, it'll highlight the word. So you are clicking as you go. You are doing the task as you go, okay? And skill assessed, again, I'm telling you, listening and reading, the prompt length will be from 15 to 50 seconds, okay?
So you have to find out
Incorrect words.
So
from the transcript. So this is your screen. You'll have some text messages there. This is your time status bar, 10 seconds, preparation time, volume adjustment bar. And this is the transcript. So there are some incorrect words hidden here. Not hidden like in front of you, but it hasn't been disclosed which one's incorrect. So your task is to identify those incorrect words when you are listening to the audio at the same time, okay? Are we clear about the task? Yeah, so this is going to happen. This is what we are going to practice now. So today we won't be able to click and highlight it because we don't have that computer facility in exam we're doing at the moment. But what you can do is you can quickly write it down in your notepad, but don't look on your notepad. If you do that, quickly write it down. Just don't just, for example, if discussion is the wrong answer, just write it down discussion. If questions is the wrong answer, don't write the right answer. Okay, don't just write the wrong answer. Because in exam, you're not required to spell it or write the right answer. You're just required to click on the incorrect words. Okay, so if, for example, if discussion is the wrong answer, just write down discussion. If, for example, if equations is the wrong, write equations. Yeah, quickly.
It means in a phrase, I have to find out, like in a
yeah.
places, I have to find out the
Incorrect words. Incorrect words.
How do I know all of those?
No, it's not how do I know. It's just you will because the audio will play. The speaker will tell you which one's the incorrect. So, for example, it will tell so far in our explanation, you will say. So far in our explanation of chemical reaction, you will say. Yeah. So far in our explanation, and you are reading there, your eyes fixed on the words. You are reading there. You didn't hear discussion.
No.
You heard explanation. You click on the discussion right at that time. And if you hear reactions instead of the equations, you click on right. That's why I want you to be 1 word ahead of the speaker. Because you've already read discussion and waiting for him to come to discussion. If he says explanation, click on that word straight on without even spending any milliseconds of your time. Okay.
Even hearing and matching on the
Matching same time. You're doing as you go.
same time.
Doing as you go.
Hearing and matching.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
It's an easy task, to be honest, if we focus on the audio. Okay, so do not take your eyes off the screen. One of the strategy. Yeah, do not take your eyes off the screen. Do not follow the speaker. So read the text ahead. Be one word ahead. Be one word ahead of him, so that if he says something else, you know that he said something else. Just one word ahead. Don't go like 3-4 words ahead. If you do that, you will miss out the whole task. Just one word ahead. Concentrate. If you even like go out of focus for 1 second, you will ruin the task, because the speaker will laugh. You'll try to introduce something else, and you'll also try to speak. So with different accents. So sometimes it's hard to understand the accents as well. So we've got to make sure we concentrate. Do not take your eyes off the screen at any cost. And do not follow the speaker. Read the text ahead, just one word ahead. Stay one word ahead. Okay, I'm clear. Am I clear? One word ahead. Okay, are we clear with the nature of the task, with the strategies? So any questions from anyone with this task? Any questions, guys, online? Are we feeling lazy or sleepy? Being very inactive? Okay, no worries. No, thank you. Okay, thanks, Rachana. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks, Arosha. I hope everyone's crystal clear with the task now. So we will do the task. We'll do a couple of questions and then we'll move ahead. Okay.
I think at home we have coffee and tea and then drink. We can't have yet.
So this is there's 7-Eleven downstairs. So get a coffee before the campus class starts. Okay, this is the highlight incorrect word. This is your transcript in front of you. This is what it's going to look like in your exam as well. You will have to click on those words which is incorrect. Okay, the word which is incorrect, you are going to click on that word, but we are not clicking today because we are not in the exam. So we are writing it down on the notepad. Don't write the correct answers. Just write down. For example, if it says it seems, it says it looks. Yeah, if the speaker said it looks, yeah, and there is seems. So you are writing down seems, yeah. Don't worry about your handwriting. Don't worry about the spelling. Don't worry about anything. Just make sure that when you are going to tell me the answers, you know that what are the answers. And next to another one is I want the number of incorrect words. That's how the mark is going to be assessed. Number of incorrect words. If there was number of incorrect words 6, but you are not able to find 3, it means you've completely gone out of the track. Like you've lost 3 marks out there because you missed 3. You've only done 3 works. But if there were 6 incorrect words, yeah, and also it's a negative marking. So don't try to select the words which you are not sure of. It's a negative marking. Yeah, it's a negative marking. So don't try to select the words which you are not sure of. And we've already understood the nature of the negative marking, how it works. It also affects the score that you have successfully grabbed. It minuses that score. So don't try to do that. Okay. Only select if you're confused, don't select it. Okay. So this is your script. I will play the audio now. I've discussed, I think I've discussed very well about the nature of the task. So I will head towards the audio and we will do this task. So your task will begin, your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
It seems we now know more about outer space than we do about the Earth's core. This is because temperatures are so high at the center of the Earth that human beings have not been able to take a close look at it. However, new methods of analysis may soon change all that. The seismic waves created by earthquakes and volcanic eruptions penetrate the Earth's layers at different speeds. It is now hoped that by studying these waves, scientists will be able to make new discoveries and solve some of the mysteries of the internal structure of the Earth.
That's it.
So quick.
It's quick. It's quick. How many words did we get?
I got 3.
3?
But I can't read one.
No, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Yeah, try to. We don't need to read in the exam. So you are just clicking on the exam. So it's easier in exam. Okay. How many did we get, Rihanna?
2.
2 words. Okay. Yeah. So let's see online. How many are we able to get the words?
Since
Okay, thank you, Rusha. You got 4. That's good. Thank you, Manpreet. 3. Monica, 3, 4, 5 of them. Good job. Muna, thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's all right, Rachana. Thank you for trying. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to reveal the answers, okay? So it was great, techniques, formed, findings, and insight. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we get correct? Yep. And regret? All correct, 3 correct. Good job. So that's how we need to do. So have we basically understand the task, how it is going to be? Yeah? Okay, we will do another task again. Okay, one more task, and then we'll wrap up the things. So this is your script, guys. This is your transcript. Good job, guys, everyone online. Thank you very much. Very good job. Like, maximum number of incorrect words. You got it? That's great. Amazing. That's your script. I'll play the audio for this script now. Your audio will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Many species of birds cover long distances during their seasonal migration to warmer climates. But how successful are they? And do birds that get lost on their route ever manage to find their way back? Much research has been conducted into how birds navigate, and the results show that age is a significant factor. Young birds usually just carry on if they lose their migratory path and thus fail to reach their destination, whereas older, more experienced birds will generally be able to find their original route and continue successfully on their journey.
Okay. Okay, so the audio has ended. We had to do as we go. So just transfer your answers to the chat group. I can read the answers in the chat group. Thank you, Monica. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them you got. 2, 3, 4, 5, Rusha. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mona. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Good job. And what about ours? 2? 3? Okay, good. Let's see how many were incorrect. Okay. Miles first. Survive second. Done. I think it said conducted instead of the done. And significant factors it said. So 1, 2, 3, 4 incorrect. Achieve 5 and first 6 incorrect. Well done, guys. Well done. Very happy that we have successfully understood the nature of the task, and we practiced few questions on how we apply the strategies. So what I want you to do now is, as we have come across all the item types from the section 2, we understand the importance of the section 2. We also have to understand the marking criteria. Take a snapshot of this so that you can understand the importance of the task. Okay. As well. So that's why we know the time management, we know the priority of the task, we know the strategies to do the task, we have understood the nature of the task. So now the only thing that's important for you guys is to practice.
Yes, so this one also can practice with the mock test, isn't it?
Yes. If you do the mock test, you'll have exactly the same thing that you do in the exam. Okay. So yeah, so the next thing to practice is practice from Iowa. Yeah. So practice from Iowa, practice more questions, understand, apply all the strategies that has been discussed in the exam, sorry, in the lecture, apply those. And then the next one is you will have to, after you do that, it's highly recommended, book yourself mock test. Yeah, book yourself mock tests. And after you book the mock test, have it reviewed. as well. So book the consultation, and we will review your mock test. We will give you a plan, like what are your weaknesses, how much you need to improve, when do you need to book your exam, are you ready for your exam or not. We'll track your profile. We'll create your profile, like we'll assess your weaknesses, and we'll give you plans as well. Okay, so we've got very extremely qualified teachers, like they're very highly trained. Everyone's amazing, so we'll help you to get through this. Okay.
So one would be practice, and then if we in a week I'm ready, so
It's-
I'm gonna go with the mock test.
Yes, so it's all obviously like practice and then go for the mock test, which will make you more confident. You'll be more confident, and you will understand the P.T.E test more in a better way as well. Okay, and as you are getting feedback as well, feedback is always a ladder to the success. Feedback is always, obviously you can use the computer facility in the lab. You always do that.
I think if you return, we can do now even, but we have to do practice first.
Yeah, practice. Yeah, without practice, like it's
No.
yeah.
This
So
is
mock
our
test,
second day.
yeah, so mock test is later on before practice and after practice.
Yes, exactly.
After first
Practice and then give you a mock test. Yeah.
Because you got to book.
Book the mock test. Yeah, we've got slots available, time slots available. Just contact admin. We can book that for you. So there's not a big deal to do that.
Look like it's a driving test. We do.
Yeah, all good, guys. I'm very happy that everyone was really participative in this class.
Thanks to you. You
No
very
worries.
good.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, we understand very well.
Okay, thank you
and
very
we-
much.
You understand our problem.
Yes.
That's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's our actually second day, and I was worried.
No. Your curiosity, your every curiosity
Why
will
did my
be
head go?
solved because we are with us, and it's our responsibility to get you there. Okay. So don't worry about it. Just practice, and then we've got mock tests ahead. Doing the mock test, getting it reviewed, and then we'll go for the real exam, booking the P.T.E exam, and we'll deal with the exam. So we've got all planned.
6 o'clock. What's that? Is coming repeat? This one, no, different one. Isn't it?
Today 6 o'clock. It'll be reorder paragraph. I'll take the class again. It'll be for the reorder paragraph in the reading section.
Oh, okay. Other section.
That's another section. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, no worries, guys. So thank you very much. I'll have to end the meeting here. And thank you online. Thank you everyone who participated in this class. I really appreciate your participation. Thank you very much. I'll end the class now. Thank you.